Testing throat chakra. Testing throat chakra. Clarity. Are you calibrated and ready to go, throat chakra? We'll find out. Who knows? Hola. Mi amo es Margarito. My name's Margie, a Mahioka empath. I'm Mahioka, comma, I'm empath. Welcome to my tube. If you're here, glad you're here. I saw some folks in the talkie tube, in the talkie part. Welcome. That's kind of why I was late. I was going down an ant-hole of memory because Heather had said she was from East Texas, and I was going through my recall of my experience in Texas. Started in San Antonio, actually when my grandma was born, because evidently that's where she was born. And then she ended up, anyway, long story short, I was in the Air Force, so I ended up there. And then Grandma got to go there when she was 82, a couple years before she died, to kind of reconcile. I think that was kind of cool for her to go back to where she came from. You know, to see me graduate from basic. I'm basic. I was trained to be basic. I never fit in though, because I ain't basic. Oh my goodness. I was over there at the tube, Mike's tube at the Peace Dealer tube, and God, they just are too important for me. They just got too much. They're doing, he's like doing initiations and stuff. That's cool. People got their own thing going on. I don't like especially right now, man. I ain't tapping into everybody's vibe, man. I don't know who I'm tapping into. People are false representations of inaccurate, vibrations, and they're scattered, and I don't want their freaking negative attachments latching onto me. And ew, like cooties are real, y'all. Everything's woo-woo, folks. Anyway, so Wichita Falls, and then we rode the bus. All these stories I told, I got like 1,000 other videos. All these stories I tell in other talks. But we rode the bus up in then I spent 6 months in Wichita Falls, Texas. Did some crazy things there. Basic training. Got into some mischief. Yep. I'm a clown, man. Trouble finds me, I find trouble. I don't know. However it works out. It makes for some really great stories, though. That's why I tell my stories. What else? Oh yeah, he was ceremonies, initiation. See, and that's the thing is I think about the initiations and ceremonies and the stupid shit that people made me go through to be a part of, but I still never freaking felt a part of those people. I'm talking all the way back from brownies. I mean, it was weird. Look in a mirror. They put they put a mirror on the ground, on the floor, made me wear a skirt. I hate it. I was a little boy in my heart, I was my last incarnation. I was male, so in this one I still carry that vibration of the protector and the guide of the energetic androgynous balanced Native American man. Only in this incarnation I'm female. So anyway, but I still have a remembrance, so I know how to treat a lady. And I've been in all these freaking gross, stupid male paradigms that are all falling apart. They're all become impotent in lies. Impotence in lies. They haven't been doing what they say that they've been doing, and then paid themselves exorbitant amounts of money to do. Anyway, so I've been in all these paradigms. I was in IT. It's all these men jobs, and I still freaking would outwork them, outsmart them, outthink them. I just couldn't. I can't stand lazy. It's because I got initiative in me. I got this work ethic in me, and every now and again I recognize it in other people, and I really appreciate seeing that in other people. I was thinking earlier, it's cancer season with all this cancer. It's eclipse energy, all of it's cancer stuff. I got cancer in my first and second house. I was looking at my hair. I even looked like the little crab earlier. The way it was sticking out, it was going out in like 2 ways, and I even looked like a little crab, you know, in there. Yeah, I'm gonna get ya. I'll get ya. Mom's been growing her nails out. She has a really, she goes like this when she's nervous or she thinks or what. She's always going like, so her thumbnail is freaking so strong and sturdy. Like she can cut like brown spots out of an apple with it. She can, you know. So like I'm like, dang, Mom. I'm like, anybody gives you a hard time, you just stick that in their eye, Mom. You just get them. Just get them with that nail, Mom. Safety first, Mom. She's a tough bird, man. I come from hardy stock, man. She ain't no joke at all. At all. She's Sagittarius, her placements, man, she's fire. But she's got the heart space, because her last incarnation, she was a nun, you know, so her attachment, and that's the thing, is she ain't never had like, we don't have the maternal attachment. She's more of a vessel of a means that got us here, because she was so tiny. My brother and I were both cesarean. We were both, they cut her open and ripped us out. Only thing is when they took me, they took one of her ovaries, because some freaking misogynistic pig, you know, knew that you could profit if you made them imbalanced. Then you could pump them full of crap like Premarin and stuff like that. The hormones back in that they would give you if they made an imbalanced hormone, then they'd make you crazy. And then, you know, it rewires your brain. It totally messes with your brain and stuff. So, you know, her mental state went through the hoops and loops too. And so that was associated with me having me. You know, I was like this constant reminder of this, you know. So, like when you're sick and you eat something, and then you never want to eat that thing again, because you just associate it with being sick. Yeah, I was kind of like that to my parents. Just that little weird thing that people didn't understand. They always tested, and they always had me like go to psychologists and just had them just watch me. People just always watched me. So now I give them something to look at. Now I dance around the grocery store with my headphones on, you know, and I'm just like, how come you guys can't? What's wrong with you? Oh my god, my teeth, that was so funny. I had a picture taken the other day, and I was like, I have horse teeth. These things cost me $4,000, because when you're a single chick, you know, on your own, that's just hanging out with that looks out for your ma, you know. Your insurance, it don't cover that, but it covers kids and stuff like that all day long, but it's out of pocket for me. Everything's always out of pocket, yet everyone's like, you need to pay your own way. I'm like, you don't. People that's what people are figuring out, because evidently I was listening to talk earlier, what's that kid's name? Adam. He's one of Kate Potch's crews. There's Tucker. Tucker's gonna come in. Yep, that's him. I gotta get the DOG. Watch out, Artie Pants. Come on, handsome man. Come on. Good boy. In or out, Artie. This is not the time for indecision. Thank you for your cooperation. He's on the same latitude and longitude as Marge out in Asheville, North. I don't know, I guess he moved recently. What's his name? I gotta give credit where credit's due, man. It's what you do. It's the right thing to do, and I'm trying to teach people how to do the right thing, confounded. Rasa Lila Healing. Come on over, handsome man. Come on, little DOG. Come on, Nugget. Come on. See? I know what mama boys are, because I got a mama boy. Don't make a mama boy, please. People, stop making mama boys. He's puppy mill, so he deserves it. And he's only going to be on the planet for 10 years. So Cancer toller clips on the cardinal cross solstice axis, preparing the way for human empathy, is his talk that he put out a little while ago. It's 40 minutes, 18 seconds. I recommend it. Put in the time. I put in talks. I just put the phone in my pocket, hit play, and then I walk around and do stuff around the house and just listen. You know, it's kind of cool. So he's talking about everybody being empathic and stuff, and I'm just like, we'll see. We'll see. We've had opportunities to go this way, you know, so many times before. You know, the hippie days and then the freaking misogynists always come back with their swinging wieners. So we'll see. Hopefully it works out, because people have free will. People have their ego, you know. It always comes down to, are they going to choose money, or are they going to choose service for everybody, or there's enough for everybody. That's what's always, and we're at a crucial point, because, you know, we could have heaven on earth if people just step into their spirit, into their alignment. If they just do that, they just put down the sword, you know, and just recognize, you know, even the macho men just recognize that they have feminine energy in them, and that should be honored, and it should be nurtured, and it should be recognized. Yeah, all the dudes have little inner dudes in them, little boys in them too. Well, they all have the little girl in them too, and all the little girls not just have little girls in them, but they got, you know, or women don't just have the inner woman child, you have the inner masculine child too. We are all just shades of the same emotional color spectrum and physical spectrum, color spectrum too. You know, and people are all talking about emotions now. Okay, we'll see. Or are they going to dip more into the 3D crap to cover up things that, you know, that veil emotions, you know? Just have kids, that'll fix everything. You know, put people in space, that'll fix everything. Then you won't think or feel, you know, you won't have to feel anything, because people are in space. It's just all a crock, man. All these clubs, these just more clubs. They just create more clubs to pay themselves, and then the cracks of society just keep getting wider and broader, and more people fall through it, because like more natural disasters happen, and more just, you know, stupid circumstances and misunderstandings happen, and people are, you know, before you know it, freaking people are living in their cars, you know, and there's tent cities, populations of tent cities everywhere, because the bureaucrats and the lawmakers don't know. They're making laws and rules and regulations based on what kind of human experience. They don't have any human experience. They're books. They're basically word processors, and they're not even doing, at this point, they're not even doing the work themselves. It's all their understudies and all the people, it's all their minions. You know, I have a question about this. Look it up, find it for me, make it happen. Don't you know who I am? And pay me 6-7 figures for that, and make the taxpayers pay for it. I get job notifications every day. I should make it a segment. And today, Public Affairs Specialist, U.S. Department of the Interior, Sacramento, California, $94,000 to $122,000 a year. Excuse me, for fuck's sake, why? What do? You make up lies, you put out fires, you cover up people's stupid mistakes, because people are human beings, but in the reality is they're spirits having a human experience, and everyone makes mistakes. So if you cut that pay about in half, there's so much. See, that's the thing, is you're paying for their ego. See, you could do a job, and the city could do it, and says it costs $45,000. You could do the same job, go down to a box store, Home Depot, Lowe's, some place like that, and do the same, get the same materials, and do the same job for like a third of the cost. Why? Because you're doing a job out of the heart when you do it. Any paradigm where you put people in charge, don't you know who I am, and you know all that, you know, the authority paradigm, then nothing ever gets done. Just like little kids, you know, pick up your room. No. Pick up your room. You know, It's everybody has their role to play in the household and contribute. And yours is to clean, keep your room. No, I don't want to. All that stuff, you know. All that bratty stuff, dragging their feet, you know. Well, they grew up and they put themselves in charge, and they don't ever really accomplish anything. They never really get anything done. They just keep painting the same lines on the streets over and over, and they're like, see, look, we're doing our jobs. And it's just all landfill. And they keep having elections, and they keep making signs, and they keep making posters, and they keep doing this, and it's just all wasted landfill, and it's all marketing, it's all smoke, and it's all mirrors, and it's all fluff, and it's all propaganda, and it's all nonsense. And word on the street is the United States of America is looking some female leadership. Well, I am in good standing, and I have more experience than, well, anyone I've ever met personally. I'm not saying that I have more experience than any other female that's walking on the earth in the United States right now. I'm just saying of anyone that I've ever met. Yeah, I've done some things in my life from a very, very low point in an economic, social status, demographic, all of into which of its own. Think of all the data points I've fallen into that other people fallen into that haven't gotten to a point right now where they're living a happy, joyful life. They're succumbed to their ego. And the earth is becoming very dark and very lonely and very scary to them. You know, I want to help people come from the darkness and just step into the light, man. It's a lot less messy, that's for sure. It's so much less messy. It's so much less messy. 5.7, Turkmenistan. Anyway, the earth is shaking. There's so many earthquakes the last couple of days. Paul Butler, he does it. His report he doesn't account for like how many the earth shakes and the shamanic resonance and stuff like that. You know what? And I'm okay. And I know a lot of people, their karma right now, their whole worlds are going to turn upside down. But the thing of it is my world has been turned upside down for freaking so long. It's like, for me, it's like, and the way my placements are, see, I could be wrong too. I'm hoping for the best, but my placements are looking like things are looking up for me, you know. So I just got gratitude in my heart, you know. And Mom had a good day today. I had a good day today. It was all right, you know. Every day you wake up, you know how many? 1 million people just about. I don't know. I think they make up numbers. I don't think there's 7 billion people on this planet. I don't see how, with the lifespan of 7, it just never, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it just doesn't. Checks and balances and all. No, it's just never really jive. So, and then I fly. I've been all over the United States, and I've been all over the United States a lot of times in cars and stuff like that. So I know how much space is in between and how many places people aren't. So I think it's really cool that people are stepping into their empathy, you know. And if it's weird and it feels awkward, you know, and some days, you know, it sucks. You know, some days you feel like you're wearing your skin inside out. Yeah. You know what that means? Or I bet people probably do know what that means. I feel like that sometimes when you're so charged up and you're just so sensitive. It's just like, nobody talk to me. Just or you're like, freaking just give me a reason, you know, whatever, depending. But the thing of it is, like, today I freaking got to meditate state for like 1 hour and 20 minutes. And then this morning I woke up and I didn't sleep really good, you know, and I am de-angering. My anger fuse is really de-angering. And that's I've grown up, my grandpa Butch, Clarence, C.W. Hessick, he freaking was so angry. Well, I guess he was happy when he died, but probably because they kept bringing him bottles of wine into his old folks home, you know. So he was like, you know, he was alcoholic. He had like 25 years sobriety, and then he drank. I used to, oh, and that's the thing is like, I used to always look for stuff because I always knew when people were hiding stuff, and we used to find his bottles and stuff like that. So it is funny. You go into other people's houses and they use all this like-minded people have all that same stash pots for stuff. So yeah, I'm a snooper. Frick yeah, man. I'm like VI, you know. I'm always looking to figure out who and what people are, you know. Are they really who they... And it's not even like I'm trying to bust them out. It's just, are they really who they say they are? That's what my deal is are they really who they say they are? So that's what we're finding out. We are stepping into the age of the empath, and I guess we'll see. You know, I'm pretty steadfast. I took a $67,000 pay cut to hang out with my mom. I don't know anybody else on planets that's done that, you know. I mean, I did all this stuff to go to freaking college, get an education, you know, to take care of my family, and I don't even use the stuff because it's just me and her, you know. And what do you do? Oh, I was reminded of this. Maybe it's time for this because I like to tell stories. And this is an old talk that I did too. I have a screenshot of a document from the Department of the Army. Is it gonna load? Subject testing order, blah 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 blah. For soldier anthrax vaccination from 2001 to 2007, and those are the years that I have it. That I got mine. I got my shot records. I know exactly where they are and stuff like that. But yeah, and see, because in the years, that's the thing is the bros got to make money, so they got it. Okay, how are we gonna do that? Okay, somebody's a threat. All right, send everybody over at somebody. Okay, tell them what's the threat. Oh, and it's desert. We'll just say it's some gas toxin. All right, so we gotta make it. Okay. Well, so they make it, and then they use it, and then they use it on us, because they're using it on the other people, but we're there too. So then we come back, we're all, you know, they've done it since Vietnam, Desert Storm. My experience, it was this anthrax crap, you know, and now, I mean, I have a compromised endocrine system anyway, because I was born, my mom was under such stress when I was born, and that taxed me, and I was always a little toughy and just rough and tumbled, and I just high energy, you know, Asperger's, autistic, whatever, you know, so, and then I've had a lot of trauma in my life, so now I'm just like, you know, people are like, oh, people that are wired to, oh, you're uptight. And I'm like, yeah, twitchy, yeah, I'm twitchy for a reason because I'm hypervigilant and I'm hypersensitive and I know I know what the hell is going on constantly around me at all the time, you know, and I know what it is like behavior of just like somebody of doing, and I know what behavior of what somebody that's doing something that they probably shouldn't be doing, and I saw an account of that today, and I just tell people about it. They can report it if they want. I don't care. I'm gonna go home. People are nuts, you know, and I'm all about security. I'm all about security and keep people safe, you know. And the freaking bad guys aren't always the ones that you think they are. Anyway, people are starting to read energy and all this stuff, so maybe all the stuff that I've been saying for freaking 3 years is going to count for something. I don't know. Maybe it's not, you know, and that's the thing. It don't matter. This is my legacy. And the people are going to get the talks. They're going to find me that are supposed to hear me. If they're supposed to hear me, they'll find me because we're the same frequency. That's how it works. Same freak tribe, same freak tribe, same freak tribe. Same frequency. I'm dialed into you and you're dialed into me. And that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.